All right. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Good morning. I'm gonna just title this from Baton Rouge to Dallas. I'm gonna go say a lot of different things, going in a lot of different directions, and I just want you to know that right now because a lot of things need to be covered. First and foremost, all tragedies. Condolences to everyone. When it comes to people getting killed by the police, first things first is, I'm pretty much tired of people's excuses. Life is too short to keep making these excuses. So I'm just gonna run down some of the things that black people have gotten killed for. Walking home from the corner store, being outside of the corner store, getting a sandwich mistaken for a gun, having a breakdown and being butt naked, walking in your building, sleeping in your car, getting arrested and somebody not liking your attitude and you wind up dying in jail. Having seen that happen to somebody and is in jail butt naked and telling people, please don't let me die in here, and wind up dying in jail. Okay? Getting a rough ride in the back of a police car so your neck gets broken. Having a traffic violation, you get shot in the head. Being told to reach to get your ID and being shot. Being told to reach for your ID and getting shot to death. Those are two different experiences. I know. Besides that, you've seen people get arrested. Man picking up his children at a daycare, getting arrested. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's put the playing in the park with a BB gun. You get killed. Talking on the phone in a Walmart and somebody sees you with a BB gun. You get killed. So, and everybody comes out with this, well, if you should walking down the street. Matter of fact, an Indian man was walking down the street. He was an elderly man, and somebody called and said they saw a black man and they beat this guy. Basically, I think he's paralyzed now. And where I'm going with this is the other directions. For one, there's no way to get around this. A lot of these instances come where other white people call the cops on black people for existing. It's just a problem. Somebody's black. They're black and they're living and they're walking and they're breathing and oh my God, I think they need to die. And you know what? Nothing happens to them. Just like nothing happens to the people that make these calls. Nothing happens to the cops. A homeless man. You tell me a homeless man just called the police and said he was intimidated? Really? So a homeless man got a phone to call the cops on a black guy that he says he's scared of. Okay. Now, for all the Black Lives Matter people who switch to All Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter, the people who do that stuff, here's the problem. When people do the Black Lives Matter thing and you go All Lives Matter or Blue Lives Matter, the problem is you make sure in your actions that you make sure to marginalize black lives while exalting all other lives and police officer lives. So you basically proving the point about what people say, well, Black Lives Matter, because black people are not supposed to have a life in this country. It's manifest destiny. It's in the Constitution. It's American tradition. It's most non-black people, and white people's entitlement to be able to destroy, kill black people's lives and life, liberties, and pursuit of happiness. This is an American way. But they're saying too much. So, but for y'all think it's a game, whatever. You know, for the people, the cops that got shot in Dallas, and people are feeling sorry for them. I can rock with that. I understand that. But I said in a video a long time ago, this is gonna happen because haven't you not noticed? Christopher Dorner did the same thing. When the dude got shot and the guy got killed, and what? I forgot where. He drove from Maryland to New York to shoot a cop. There was another cop in Philadelphia got shot. After this situation, 5 cops in Dallas got shot. Then there was another one, I think, in Missouri and somewhere else too, and the last there too. And people like that is such a tragedy. What did y'all expect? Because if you really expected that you was gonna see a different generation of black people see their family, their friends, their loved ones constantly getting killed by the police, and everybody says, okay, if you do this, it's not gonna happen, and it happens. If you do that, it's not gonna happen, and it happens. And if you do this, it's not gonna happen. People just can't admit people are out to kill us. You know, that's what it is. And ironically, the only 2 things these people respect is messing with their money or taking their lives. So what did y'all expect? Because now the police are on edge. Oh, so you happen to feel like a black person in America for the last 500 years in the last week. Sorry, but my apathy says I don't care. I just don't. You know, I know other white people who said, man, we could see this coming a mile away. I'm not surprised that this was gonna happen. People that I work with saying the same thing. It's like, yeah, you know, you can't keep fucking with people. You know, do I want to see people killed like that? Hell no. But I'm not surprised. I'm not like, yeah, what did you think was gonna happen? You thought we was gonna march? You thought it was gonna be a Martin Luther King moment? And I'm explaining something to you about the people who get on the Martin Luther King kick. First, if you bring up Martin Luther King, nobody knows if you're trying to diffuse a person's anger or you threatening them. Because let's be real, when you bring up Martin Luther King, if a white person or a non-black person, usually a white person brings up Martin Luther King, first 2 things that go off in a black person's mind is you killed him for one. On 2, what you trying to say? If I say something, you gonna kill me too? That's what you saying? So you better be peaceful because you know how we did the peaceful one. Okay. Now, as far as the issues that's going on with the officers and the public, you know, I find it odd that people say police officers have a tough job, and at the same time they racially profile. If you're so scared, why don't you profile people you're not scared of so you don't have to get out of your car with your gun? Because see, a lot of people don't want to admit this because it's the truth, and people like living a lie. These people are not scared of black people. They know that they can say they're scared of black people and murder black people and get away with it because everybody has this boogeyman American fear of black people, right? And oh my God, he's got a gun. I shot a whole clip into him. He has a gun. Bullshit. But you gotta thank George Zimmerman for this, you know, because once he got away, he wasn't even black. He wasn't even white. He wasn't a police officer. He was a Hispanic person who couldn't make the force, who had been fighting cops who got away with shooting people, and he constantly keeps getting away with stuff. So just imagine what light bulb went off to the cops who wanted to kill people. Now past that, you know, there's a lot of good cops out here. Good cops never say that these cops are wrong. And a lot of quote unquote good cops seem to be intimidated by the bad cops. So in my opinion, they're outnumbered. Because you ain't scared of somebody if you are the majority. So these good cops look like they're the minority. And speaking of good cops, when the woman spoke up as a cop, they didn't already suspended her. See, you would kill. And this is the problem. You would kill a person. And not a big deal. But you can speak up against people getting murdered. And oh my God, you have to be on suspension. We can't take that. Killing black people is a part of the United States, part of protecting and serving America. We have to eliminate these black people. Which people say that as that's a crazy comment. Well, maybe you don't understand this, but the police force really started as a slave catching organization. That's what it was. That's how it started. That's how it was created. So to this day, it started on racism, and it was founded on racism, and it continues upon racism. That's why, black people are the most stopped, the most harassed, the most arrested, get the longest sentences, and have these people want to dehumanize us and demonize us everywhere we go, because that's how the police started. That's how it continues, and that's how it will continue. Now, let's go a little bit further past this. There ain't no way to interact properly with police. It's just a crapshoot, man. I got pulled over maybe a week ago, and that was on me because I have to fix my I got to get a new registration. I've been bullshitting, so that's my fault. But I got a license I got a concealed license. And the cop was like, yo, you got one of these? Because for all y'all don't know, even if you have it or don't have it, you're supposed to show your concealed license when you get pulled over. But they already have it in the system. So you put black people like myself in a precarious situation, because if I let you know I got it, you're going to pull a gun on me. If I don't let you know I got it, you're going to pull a gun on me. If it's just a traffic stop, you have the propensity to pull a gun on me. So at the end of the day, let's be real. You just want to pull a gun on me. This officer didn't. I'm not going to say he did, because he didn't. But I'm going somewhere with that, because a lot of people's experience with the police is like, I'm used to guns getting pulled on me by police, to the point where I'm like, again, whatever. Not a big deal. It happens. It happens all the time. So now, when the officer was like, you got a gun, this could have went bad. I'm like, if you'd have shot me, whatever, man. That's what y'all do. I don't care. And, that apathy is like, it throws people off, because it's like, we do it that much? Yeah, y'all do it that much. You can't ask a black person in America that they haven't probably been pulled over, harassed by the police, gun pulled on them, shot, or know somebody who's been killed by the cops, or know somebody who's been beat down by the cops, or has been beat down by the cops, or has been shot by the cops. That's why everybody is on the same page with this, because everybody has gone through it. And why all these people talking about, if you were if you were this kind of person and that kind of person, and you didn't do this and you weren't here and you weren't, none of that shit count. It is what it is. I'm gonna stop right here, so I'm gonna continue to part 2, because I don't want this thing to break up. All right.